I love a match when everybody's trying to kill each other.
Here we go! Okay, let's go! And welcome everybody to episode 29 of the 1UP XP show. Now, we've had Rocket League on the show before, but we didn't do 4v4 Chaos. We did 3v3 Rumble. And we added Casey to the mix this time, and we did 4v4 Chaos, and we found some sweaty pub lobbies, and it was a lot of fun. Now, we had some crazy games. Clam was trying to break his elimination record, and some of us were just trying to score to just get ahead. A lot of these games were 0-0 up into the last minute. In fact, we possibly won a game on the last second. Nothing left on the clock, and the ball couldn't touch the ground. But here's the highlights. See what you think. Should change my car.
I got it.
You don't really got it? Stop stealing the boosts.
Aren't I lagging?
Oh, no. I hate kids that play this way. Nice. Wow, dude. Pick your corner.
Here.
What's going on here? Oh, I missed. Nerd. Watch what happens to this guy in front of you, Casey. Watch me.
I seen it at the corner.
Boink.
That's a pick, dude.
That's a pick and a
That was
half. That's
perfect.
interference in hockey, boys. Can't do that.
That was perfect.
Oh, wow, Burr. Oh, centered. Oh, okay. Scored.
I was trying to finish it, but
I didn't think I was going to center that way. That's fine.
the guy just didn't move.
Boink.
He just sat there. I was like, oh, okay.
Good shot.
Thank you. They might call a timeout.
Yes,
They're all
it
down
is.
here. They're all down here.
missed it.
They're all down here. We're all
my
missing
God.
it. Oh my God, dude. What is
Nobody can hit this ball.
what is going on right now?
Centered? Not centered. What?
Got it. Oh no. There you go, Casey.
What are you? Oh,
Nice.
What did you think I was doing?
wait. I know. Wait. Oh, you don't see it. Yoink. There it is.
Nice pick. I got it. Boom.
That's a go.
Oh. Now we're just hovering, boys. Oh. So much
Missed
blowing up. Oh, that's you, Casey. Nice.
Nice.
They call me Mr. Pig. Oh, her. A little too much pepper on that one. Oh, Too much pepper on that one, too?
Both of us.
Yep. Oh, no. Oh, Casey comes in out of nowhere. Ugh.
Not a boost.
Nice. Nice. Burr. Ooh, the clock strikes 0. Wow. They put up a big old 0 on this one, huh?
I got blowed up.
Wow, dude. After they hammer it home, we hammer it home.
Rematch?
I'd have to assume so, right? There you go. Forget you have to click in this game. Boom! Oh my gosh.
That was close. That would have been good.
We're taking a gold star off your name.
Oh, good save. There we go. Nope. Man, these guys play midfield like no other. Come on, man.
No.
There we go. Ugh! Going the wrong way.
We got it.
That guy failed miserably. What a pass to Clam. Oh my gosh, he whiffed it. Good pass, good save.
Thank you. It's gonna be mid.
It's gonna be me. Oh, that guy got enough of it. Nope. They bounced it off the wall too hard. It's fine. Go, 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 go! No! Rise to the occasion, boys! Oh, I missed.
Hello.
Yep.
What
I
up?
like it. Get in there! Woo! Burr!
Nice.
Finally landed. Oh, Jesus. Yep.
Your allowance is over.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna cut off your chatter now.
Your
Yeah,
chatter.
I'll just mute myself.
Boink! Centered! That a boy. Boink! Oh. I got it, don't worry. Oh, no. Start worrying. I don't have it. Centered? A high center?
I got it. I
Not
got it.
really a center. Man, they just sit like 4 stacked.
I got it. I got it.
Nice
Go.
shot. Oh,
no
what a
shot.
save.
Ah.
Centered. Clam. Centered. Yeah!
Oh my gosh.
What a play! Woo! Clam sets her up. Ugh.
Wow.
Woo! Oh, that was sweaty.
That was. That was intense.
Ooh. And there you go. That was some wild, crazy Rocket League that we had going on for the 1UpXP show live stream that we had on the 910 News YouTube channel. And we have those every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 to 10. But yeah, heck of a time with Casey, Clam, Burr, and myself. But coming up next, we have part 3 of the Coaches Roundtable. And this time we are discussing pros inside of the collegiate esport world. We'll have more on that coming up right after the break. And welcome back, everyone, to the 1UpXP show. We are going to show you segment 3 of the Coaches Roundtable. Now, the first 2 segments we've had in the previous episodes, and they are in their entirety up on our 9 and 10 News YouTube channel as well as on the website. And you can also find them on Spotify or wherever you stream podcasts. Just look up the 1UpXP show. But we've been talking about some major topics that are impacting the collegiate esport world. And this week is Carl Leone's turn. He is the head coach there at Oakland University down by Detroit. And he is going to be tackling pros within the collegiate esport world. Now, this has been a hot button topic lately because as the collegiate esport world grows, people who have been pro now coming into the collegiate world, or they are pro and also in the collegiate world. So there's a kind of a gray area right now, and that's all because collegiate esports is so brand new. It's not very old. So there's some topics and things that they're going to have to tackle as they head down this brand new road. But we step into Coaches Roundtable in the third part here, and then we'll have the fourth part next week, wrapping it all together. And you can catch, again, all of them over on the 910 News YouTube channel, on the 910 News website, or wherever you stream podcasts. Just look up the 1UpXP show. Here you go. It's true. All right, wow. So Carl is the last to pick. You have 2 subjects left, sir. We have done fully remote and identifying and supporting high school esports. We have left divisions within college esports and pros in collegiate esports. Which topic would you like to tackle, sir?
I'll go with pros.
Pros in the collegiate esports. Pros in collegiate esports. I don't know what you're for, what you're against, but your clock. Go.
College esports is about giving opportunities and having students graduate with degrees, setting them up for a better future. That's why college esports exists. Stopping pros from getting degrees is not in our best interest. Stopping them from having the opportunity to do so shouldn't be allowed. It shouldn't be something that we're trying to do. So we as a community should not be pushing to stop pros or former pro players from competing in college esports. If a pro or a former pro decides that getting a degree is the best thing for them, then that's what they're undertaking, and it's not up to us to stop them. So with that said, there's a lot of issues with pros in collegiate esports. There's difficulties with it, but I just don't believe it should be outright banned or stopped in any way in that way. One thing that I'll kind of tackle is the stark difference between pros in some esports titles and pros in other esports titles. This is something that if you're not really invested in the scene, you wouldn't really understand. League of Legends pro players will never be on collegiate esports teams. Standing pros will never do it. One, I don't think the organizations will allow them to do it. 2, they will never meet the time commitments to be able to go to school full time while being on the esports team for the collegiate, and then while being on the professional League of Legends team. For other esports titles, I've seen it is possible. They're allowed the time commitment to be able to do more than one thing. Now, I think that we could draw up a graph with a sliding scale of the time commitment required to be a professional in each esports title. And I think far left, probably League of Legends, just because of the infrastructure and how serious it is, and the level of production that they have. And there's a lot going on there for professional League of Legends players where, and I only found this out recently when I go and have conversations with really high level, let's say Rocket League players. So Jake Wismon is a good example for my team. He's a substitute for a professional Rocket League team. Time commitment that he has compared to what I've seen other professionals in other games is not quite as much. I mean, it's very viable for him to be a full-time student while competing in our program. So I wouldn't put out blanket statements saying we should ban pros or former pros from the scene. Another point that I'll say as far as a good thing for having pros in the scene, rather, former pros being on collegiate teams or in collegiate community, esports community, benefits everybody. It's another level of leadership. I'll give you an example. X Special is I think Alex Chu, I believe is his real name. He's at Harrisburg University as a League of Legends coach. He's a former pro League of Legends player. That level of respect, influence, knowledge, experience being given down to another generation of players, I can't really put a number on that. Harrisburg can, it's a salary, but I think it's a really good thing for our scene. Another downside and one that my players have brought up to me is the feel bad moment of, oh, we're up against this school and they have 3 pros, and you just kind of shrug. It's like, it's going to be a really difficult match. But at the end of the day, if you remove pros, there's still going to be really difficult opponents out there. So the competition will always be there. Trying to remove pros for a competitive advantage, it just doesn't feel good. And I don't think it's something that we should go towards.
You got
Adam,
8
take me
seconds
down.
left, dude. Come on.
Oh, okay. I've seen pros be able to handle college full-time. Oh,
That's it.
Yeah.
no.
Bummer.
I had a really
you didn't
good
make
point
it.
there.
I mean, you can continue. I just really wanted you to go to the
No,
horn.
usually
rules are
do.
rules, Mike.
Rules are rules. And there you go. And if you do have any questions for any collegiate coach, including these coaches that you see on the show, they are not hard to get a hold of. You can find them on Twitter. You can find them pretty much anywhere if you go to the actual collegiate page or just Google Oakland or Southern Florida or even just Grand Valley State Esports, and you'll find these guys' names, how to get a hold of them. And if you do have any questions or inquiries, very easy to get a hold of. Same for any coaches or esports program pretty much across the United States. We have one more segment left, and what we're going to be dealing with is we're going to talk about what's happening over in Ukraine, but we're also going to be talking about a fundraiser that we're doing featuring a kid again. We'll have that right after the break. And welcome back, everyone, to the 1UpXP show. Now, I want to take a second here to talk about a few things that we are going to be doing through the month of March, but also talk about the crisis over in Ukraine. What we've seen happen over the last week or week and a half or so is very devastating when you see what's happening in Ukraine. But I want to take a look at it from the esports side of things. And I'm not going to get political here. I'm not going to be diving into, what is happening over there. I just want you to see from the esports lens how big this really is to the world. Ukraine is a monster for video games. And really, when you go around to countries, you might realize that some of your favorite games are made in these countries or have studios in these countries. And it's pretty crazy to see just how big video games is in Ukraine. When we talk about the crisis and how it's impacting Ukraine, it's impacting the entire esports world right now. And if you've gone on to any social media, you might have noticed that pro esports organizations across the world, I think all of them have changed their logos to yellow and blue in support of Ukraine. Now they have 400 game-based organizations in Ukraine, and that provides over 30,000 jobs. They have over 30,000 employees in several game studios. Even if you're not aware of it, more than likely you've probably played a game that was supported by a Ukrainian studio. And that just goes to show that, there's a lot more to video games than you might think. They just don't come out of the store and there's your game. There's a lot more intricacy into video games than you might think or might even stop to think about while you're playing them. Game companies such as Frogwares that made Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, which I have not played yet, but I have plans of playing it. Again, they have spoken out against Russia and the war there in Ukraine. A mobile gaming studio, Gameloft. And then you also have a bunch of studios right in Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. And then Ubisoft has locations in Kyiv, as well as coastal city of Odessa, and Plarium, the Israeli developer behind Raid Shadow Legends, is also there. So that just goes to show you just how many major titles are impacted by Ukraine. So you can see how this is impacting esports already. Pro organizations, Navi is one of them that you may have heard of. A lot of players are also reaching out to pro games that have leagues going on right now. And if Ukraine is involved, they're saying, hey, could we possibly put it on hiatus until this is solved? Because they don't want their Ukrainian friends to miss out on being able to play in these leagues and miss out on what would be. Because at the moment, they really can't. Might not know it, but Ukraine has a big video game community. All right, now switching gears a little bit here, we are going to be doing something here for the entire month of March, but also for one day in April. The campaign is raising funds for a kid again. I, myself, as well as the 1UpXP show and 9 in 10 News are partnering together to raise funds to support a kid again. And that will run through the month of March, and then we'll have a blowout 24-hour live stream at the 9 in 10 News station in April. If you don't know what a kid again is, we've had them on the show before, and a kid again is a great organization that exists to foster hope, happiness, and healing for children with life-threatening conditions and their families. So you can only imagine that's very tough, especially with a kid again giving adventures to these kids and esports teams to these kids they're trying to help give these kids a day or time where they're not worried about their conditions. And I was like, I want to help in any way, shape, or form I can. And every year from my own streaming community, we usually have a fundraiser. And this year we're going to do it with a kid again. We're going to run through the month of March. Any donations will already automatically get you a raffle into prize draws, from which we'll do on the 24-hour live stream in April. We don't have the prizes locked in just yet, but we have a lot of companies that we're in talks with for some great prizes. And there is some incentives for you to donate. So if you watch my streams, these incentives will definitely, or should, get you into, I will donate this much because it will impact me, the game, or the stream in a very cool way. So we have incentives, and it's all on a link that you can find at the bottom of your screen. Every day we might take a little bit of something for granted because, you know, it's just something that we do every day. And to be honest with you, when I play video games, I kind of take that a little bit for granted because I don't think about it. But these kids with life-threatening conditions and their families and siblings, you know, being impacted by it, what we can do to just give a little bit of time to them and, you know, and help fund the time that they can get away from worrying about other things. Hopefully we can raise $2,500 through the month of March and then have a big old shebang and party and raise one last effort in April with that 24-hour live stream. And it's going to be an amazing time. So if you can, awesome. If you can't, don't worry. If you can't donate, not a big deal at all. All I ask is you share, get it out there, and let's help these kids out and really make a big impact in these kids' lives. We have one more segment left here on the 1UpXP show. We'll be right back. And that does it. Be good, stay safe, take care. See you next week.